according to a Joint Congressional Committee on Taxation, it's now out that Donald Trump paid $0 in federal income taxes for 2020. His response he gave when he was running for president. He said, "I'm smart." He is smart because he uses his understanding and interpretation of the current tax law loopholes, as you just heard him say, that the people who have been in power for a long time have put in place to calculate how much tax he owes, just as all smart business people do. In other words, my words, not his words, he is following the law or the authority set over him to pay Caesar what Caesar is due. Or could it be just that the left sees it as unfair that he's not paying his fair share of taxes along with all of the other people who enjoy good financial circumstances? Well, guess what? Trump isn't the only one not paying taxes. This year, some 72 plus million households, U.S. households, or 40% of U.S. households will pay no federal income tax. Ooh, I guess a lot of people better watch whether or not they're going to throw stones about not paying tax before they consider their own income tax return. During the pandemic, the same time frame that President Trump paid no federal income tax, and there's the key, hang on to that, 100 million households, or 60% of Americans, paid no taxes either. So he was in the majority. In 2021, about 56% households, or 99 million households, paid no federal income tax. Now, the reason that the Trumps paid no income tax is a little bit different from the reason that most other Americans didn't pay. The Trumps reported a business loss of $5 million. Hey, folks, that is a real risk of running a business. It's not always these profitable years that you hear the left demonizing. There are lean years and bad years in business. It's not always a winning situation. But this experience of running a business is something that most Capitol Hill cronies have never done, including our own President Biden, who, to my knowledge, has never held a job in the private sector. He's been a career politician for his whole life. How ironic and, dare I say, irresponsible is it for us to trust those with no experience of ever running anything, as Dan would say, couldn't manage their way out of a paper bag, to run the multi-trillion-dollar business of running our country every year. But the reason that a lot of other people didn't pay taxes during that time and won't pay taxes this year is because they earn less than the standard deduction. For 2022, that's right at $13,000 if you're an individual and almost $26,000 if you're a married couple, thanks to the Trump tax plan. So they do not owe federal income taxes, but they and the Trumps don't pay federal income taxes, but they still pay sales taxes, property taxes, and you pay a lot of property taxes if you own real estate, which is primarily what the business of Donald Trump is, and other kind of taxes. You know, even if you don't pay federal income taxes, you still have money taken out of your paychecks if you're working for Social Security and Medicare. So I just encourage you to pay attention with what is happening with taxes in our country. You know that we talk about that a lot. We give you strategy on how to be a good steward, to pay Caesar what is Caesar, to honor that authority that is set over you, because all authority is ordained by God, whether it's good authority or bad authority. And he has the wisdom and the sovereignty to use everything that they do in their authority, whether it's fair or unfair or downright evil. God still uses that for his glory and for our good.